Hey, folks. Sorry about the little behind-the-scenes action. I had forgot to switch OBS to split screen, which, make that a lesson for all of you. It should be the first thing you do when you click the starting soon screen. And we are back. We even have, and this time we have all 4 players. Last time we ended with 3 because of the evil internet ghosts took out Aaron's internet service.
Technomancers.
No, I disagree with Cliff. It's not all technomancers. He blames them for everything.
As well he should. They're terrorists.
So last time we left, everything had kind of been closed. Everything had kind of was at a closing point. The warden had left. He'd done a little bit of teaching, made sure that Kassir got the 7 laws speech. And then she left.
Like 5?
Yeah. And then he left. The homeless man that they had rescued, the hospital treated him, got him back into some sort of shape. Then they eventually had to release him. And that's when Sydney lost track of him. Scarlett's patient that launched the last adventure had a full recovery and doesn't, despite being questioned by Scarlett, can't really come up where he contracted the disease. Kassir is settling into her into the bookstore, getting used to it. Actually, no. Kassir is getting Kassir first got a long sleep so that she could stop being grumpy. That was the first thing she did.
And the little man.
Wait, I was supposed to stop being grumpy.
Well, stop being grumpier.
All right, we need you to take it down from an 11. That's what we're looking for. Let's just take it down from 11.
And Scarlett's fine with like a 3. 3 would be wonderful.
Now,
I don't think I've ever gone that low.
Yet.
Now, the one person who I haven't mentioned yet was Hugo. Hugo disappeared midstream last time. Never and to not show up again. And just so, yes, we are on our 15th or 16th episode. But those first 14 episodes happened over like a week's time, where a ton of stuff was packed in to it. After that, the team kind of took a break. Nothing significant happened. It was basically the end of October, early November when they were last in the last session, and nothing happened in December, the rest of November, December, or January. So it's now early February. And other than, stupid snowstorms, it's been fairly quiet. Sydney's dragged Kassir and Scarlett out on a couple of things that were a little hinky. Between the 3 of them, they got it, but it was pretty low key stuff. And in one case, it was just a bunch of kids being jerks to a Santa Claus, to a mall Santa Claus. So the question is, where's Hugo? So Hugo, where are you?
Chained to a bed in what looks like an 1800s era brewery.
Someone had a fun night.
I know. It's like, what drugs were involved?
Probably all the ones. in
That's
the
my
shop.
line. I make the drug jokes around here. I don't know if Casares even noticed he's been missing, except that he wasn't there when Sydney dragged them out. And why can't you get someone more experienced for this?
That's basically, yeah. You would have noticed that he wasn't around because you know.
Because she didn't get to make any drug den joke.
Yep. And a couple times when you and Scarlett started, there was nobody who immediately stepped between the two of you. Sydney's just a little bit slower on the take than Hugo is.
And we know Scarlett easily throws Sydney.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. Despite the
That has been
physicality
proven.
Sydney has, it's no match for even a part vampire. Apparently. I got to work out. Apparently.
So, Hugo, what was Hugo's first after he discovers he can't, there's nothing. There is a fully stocked potions lab, but nothing that'll let you get out of the chains. So without so what's your first attempt when you discover that you're trapped down here?
First thought I'd have would be to actually try and see if I could call Seed Thief to come help me. Have him deliver a message. The little chipmunk nature spirit that I have.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry, apologize, folks, for the extra stuff you see. I am also running tech tonight. So let's see. Okay, that'll work. So I'm going to give you have a D12 complication of being trapped.
Okay then.
However, I'm not rolling that well. So
I don't know. 12 is still reasonable.
it's still reasonable. Yes, you're right. Actually, it's still average for D12s.
For 3d12s even.
Yeah. So.
And what would you prefer I use for this?
I believe it's
Mental magic and the resource?
Yep, that sounds right.
6, D8, D10. Nope, don't get it.
Yeah, he is pretty. It's usually pretty easy to get to him, but there's something strange, and it takes you a minute, but you kind of realize there's a lot of running water around.
Oh, that's gonna make things interesting.
I mean, like, actually in the walls and stuff like that. So
that's specifically designed for people of my talents, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Alright, I'm gonna, after I try that for a couple of attempts, I'm just gonna make that result be like a couple attempts trying to get through.
okay.
I'm gonna head back to that fully stocked alchemist table setup you said,
Yep.
and just look again to see what I could use. Maybe not to get the chain off, but anything that I could use that would benefit me in some way.
the problem you're kind of running into is there's not the there's a lot of stuff here. Like there's a lot of base material. There's a lot of transition type material. But there's not a whole lot of spark material that would actually create a potion. Like there's a whole bunch of different bases that you could use to create a variety of potions. But they're all missing that, activating spark ingredient you just don't have here. So you'd have to come up with something that you could use from your own body to contribute to it.
Well, I mean, I could always use my own blood.
Yeah.
That'd be the biggest spark I got.
Mm-hmm. But what would that get you?
You said the stuff that's here, it's more for like binding.
Yeah, it's all the binding. It's all the base. It's kind of like you've got a bunch of water, saline, different things. The stuff that you build, the stuff that you would build a chemical reaction upon. In this case, a potion reaction upon, not the actual, stuff. So go ahead and give me I'm going to say give me a notice roll. It's not going to be easy, but
Well,
it will be a notice roll and probably your potions distinction.
Alrighty. I'm actually gonna step that down. Yeah, rush a potion, rush a miracle, get a rotten miracle.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to do this in haste, unfamiliar equipment, all sorts of things.
Okay. But it does get you a
plot point.
Yep.
It's a 14. Theoretically, I could make that. I did not, but it was theoretical. So 7 will stand.
7 will stand. I had rolled what difficulty I had rolled. I had rolled
14.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
you get yourself a big old polka die there.
Yep. Oh, come on. Why is this doing this to me? Sorry, folks. I'm trying to get something set up in the background. Okay. So you go and you spend a while looking and you can't find anything for it. And then you see, and then you hear, someone shuffle in.
I will sit back down on the bed I'm chained to and look in the direction of the shuffling.
You see a mass of rags, and you see, I mean, it's somebody with a lot of rags. They're, walking in. They appear to be dragging one of their feet. They appear to be dragging their left foot. And it, it's appears to use you're guessing a he based on the beard. His good arm to balance himself as he shifts the leg that he's dragging.
Is his left arm his good arm or his right?
His right arm. He's dragging his left. He's dragging his left leg, and he's hunched over, and you can see his left arm kind of hanging. And he's using his right arm on a railing, dragging his left foot down the stairs, and doing that kind of shuffle thing. And you hear a thump, thump, thump as he makes his way down the stairs. You're awake. Good. Are you ready to begin your work?
I don't even know who the hell you are or what to call you and why the hell I'm here, so no.
My name is Roger.
I know Roger, you're not him.
There is more than one Roger in the world. And
This is true.
I need... No. The master needs you to start your work.
Okay. What master and what work do you think I'm going to start?
I was not set up for you. Yes. And he makes his way down. At this point, he's within chain reach of you, and he makes his way over to the workbench. And he looks up. He kind of has to twist his head a bit to actually see up because he's hunched. And he reaches up and grabs, this, pipe hose and rips it down, and then he twists and turns a nozzle, and then some ichor drops out, and he closes it immediately, as if he doesn't want to waste any.
Yeah.
Well, you need to bind that into a potion so that it can be stored.
I will, what limited magical sense that I have without actually doing potion testing.
Mm-hmm.
Does this feel like stuff that comprises things that are summoned from the Never Never?
No, it does not look like the ectoplasm. No.
Okay.
It's got a different. It's got kind of a purplish color to it.
You want me to bind that into a potion?
Yes, so that it can be stored.
You already have a storage system. What do you?
No, it cannot. That is being pulled from the person immediately.
And from what person?
The subject. You need to bind the magical energy that is in that into a potion so that it can be stored. And then he kind of sweeps his one good arm. Actually, no, he sweeps his bad arm, like this, crazy swing, and in the general direction of some large old tanks that are there. You need to bind it into that.
Into tanks like that?
Well, first start small. Why am I having... You are the potion master. Why do I need to tell you your job? Your job is to bind it.
Because this isn't my job.
Yes, it is. That's why
I
you
was
were
not
brought here.
hired. I was not hired. I was not tasked. I was shanghaied, hoodwinked, kidnapped. I have been brought here against my will.
Yes, you
I
have.
I don't even know if I've been invited, so I don't know if I can do anything here.
No, that you can do something in here. We have made sure of that.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it with all this running water around me.
You will be able to do it. No excuses. You must do this for the master.
There's a lot of things in this world I must do. Double checking. No, this isn't on that list.
If you wish to get rid of that chain around your ankle, you must do this. If you hand me the list, I will be happy to write this on it for you. The list of things you must do in this world.
It is not a physical list. It is a list I keep in my head.
Oh, then perhaps you should put it in your head. Get it through your head.
I have minor level incentive to do this. I will eventually find a way out without doing the work you're asking.
You need to do the work. The more. Wait. You're one of those altruistic ones, aren't you?
I help out where I can.
Yes, well. The master needs a certain amount. We continually extract it. The longer you delay, the more suffering of our subjects. And that is on your head. Perhaps you should put that on your mental list also.
What guarantees do I have that I actually get to walk out of here alive and unharmed? And my friend Steven.
That? Who?
You said my shopping partner was here?
Yes, he was. Yes, he is here. This guy's playing dumb. Or
Gotcha.
doesn't know.
I'm literally, he was literally pointing over to Steven.
Oh, I didn't know his name. You really shouldn't name the subjects. You'll become attached to them. Because
I mean, you've got a name. You're target number 1, but that's fine.
But I'm not the one being drained. Again, how you do it is up to you. But
you still haven't answered the question.
I've answered many questions.
You haven't answered the one I just asked.
Oh. Huh. Clever I was trying to be. Obviously it didn't work. You're too smart for me. What guarantee do you have? I swear to you on my magic.
You serve you are a peon. I want your master's promise on that level.
Show results, and the master will talk to you. Continue to be useless? Master has no reason.
See, I'm not inclined to show results until I actually have a chat with him to guarantee the safety.
Friend.
I don't work for free.
Friend. And he starts working his way back up the stairs. You're the one chained with your dear friend Steven being slowly drained. And he starts doing that scrape. And make his way. Now, at any point, he is within chain range. So if you try to physically stop him, yes, you are much faster than him. You will be able to. But,
I'm not certain I want to do that just yet.
okay. So He slowly makes his way up the stairs and does that whole, shuffle.
Yeah, that's fine.
And makes his way out.
All right.
So,
I look over at Steven. Is he also chained?
you can't see him. Actually, I can stand up straight now. I'm not playing a hunchback.
Yeah.
You can't see him. You heard him. You're pretty sure he's down in one of the vats, but you can't get close enough to get there.
All right. I will go to the table and I will start at least trying to identify what this ichor is. I know what he claims it is. I want to actually test to find out what it is.
Okay.
Because even if I agree to help this guy, I need to know what I'm working with.
Okay. So you start working with the ichor. Okay. All right. I'm going to switch. So that, I'm going to be honest with you, that will take you a month to figure out what that is.
That's fair.
So the month of November, you guys are, I actually gave you experience. I would say good GM. I only waited 3 months before I started giving out experience.
I think it was more like 3.5 because this is our 15th episode.
Wow.
I keep notes. Each one is dated first session, second session.
Okay, so I did give you guys experience, so you'd be able to get a chance to train and do things like that, and we can work out the specifics of that offline. But is there anything that Scarlett is doing, Christina?
Yes, she is hyper focused right now on learning about the unraveling. She heard some rumors when she was working with the wardens that the Fae may have figured out a cure for being a half red court vamp. So because what happened and she bit Casser and almost killed Sydney, she is almost putting her doctor stuff aside and really only paying attention to this.
Okay. The unraveling, what you do know about it is it's a Fae, it's something the Fae can do, high ordered Fae can do. Are you looking for local research subjects to get information about it?
Well, I have a contact that I met once, and her name is Mary Goat Gruff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to get into meeting her. So I've left several messages. I've spent a lot of time in Casser's shop in a corner going through books. That shows you how important this is to her, that she's sitting in Casser's shop for a long time on purpose. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've become a library.
And as
Cindy's probably been in there more often now too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Scarlett's been doing a lot of research on that.
Are charging to rent tables?
One thing, as you get a little bit deeper into stuff, you are discovering there is the stuff on the first floor definitely is for sale and not, it's not meant for people to come in there and just, read the entire thing. The upper 3 floors, which is what actually keeps this place open, you discover there's actually a regular deposit into the store's bank account.
I always
Covering
did
that.
wonder where the money came from.
Covering that. So yeah, that area is actually supposed to be a reference library.
Mm-hmm.
It is conceivable somebody could buy something out of it, but it's generally only when you know you can replace it. Is
Mm-hmm.
what is allowed as you go further into the books. Because you get some other people, showing up occasionally. You're also getting a little concerned because you seem to be shedding. You're finding
Still happening.
You're finding a lot of like long red hair around, and you don't quite get why, because it's not like you've lost any from what you can tell.
Get it off me head. Wait, there was that thing that she saw when she first discovered the other floors. She hasn't had time to look for whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else fucking saw it neither. They all thought I was crazy.
Still not wrong.
I feel like during her whole genealogy kick, because she's during the whole family research thing, because apparently I'm a druid, and other research. What else was she researching? There was being a druid.
Yep.
That also. I feel like that's done more at the boyfriend's place than her shop, just because it's really, really nice out there.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a spot you can experiment with.
Have we met the boyfriend?
But while she's in her shop.
But, actually...
Probably. If you're spending a lot of time doing research in her shop, I feel like he probably stops by at times.
And I promise you, every time Scarlett comes in, she can't help herself but say, "What's going on with your hair, bro? Like, it looks like it's thinning. Like, maybe, do you need medication?"
I'm pretty sure it's not my hair. Because no, I ain't.
You think it's body hair?
I said not my hair.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure I could find something we could do to help it. Just let me know. I'll be in the back.
Go back to your corner and read your books. She's gonna hunt for that thing, whatever it was that she saw. In between, like, she finds a dead end in the going back in her genealogy. She gets frustrated with it, and she's like, "I'll hunt down that fucker because it's the one shedding."
So Sydney, you're doing a lot of research in there too.
Yeah,
and it's also made it. You found it's a good way to touch base with them.
Mm-hmm. Good way to keep an eye on them.
Yep. What are you researching?
He'd be interested in trying to find ways to protect Tech from magic as best he can, and possibly try to figure out how to ward his own apartment.
Okay.
He also isn't very good in the academic area, so he's probably in there reading through a bunch of the wrong books. And also,
if you tell her what you're looking for, Sarah will help.
Scarlett just brings an extra coffee every time she passes by.
Right.
Sits down and goes back and shakes her head as she goes.
Just see Sydney sitting there like...
In the back. You don't need to be buying that expensive crap.
I do fancy things. Thanks.
I've got creamer and sugar.
Every time you walk in, the orb is in the same spot. And you see a ring of salt around it. So doesn't appear to be anything amiss, but it is behind the counter, so it's not like you can walk right up to it without possibly, because it's not, it's not your shop.
Be touching things.
That is also reminds me of another thing I was trying to look up with wards. It mentioned that you needed either chalk or salt or something to draw a circle around something. Can it be anything that's white, essentially? Is that the key to it, or
actually it's
does color not matter?
Color doesn't matter. You could you can make it you could make a circle out of gasoline. You could make it a circle out of fire. It's just got to,
or like a Sharpie, or
yep, yes.
Unbroken circle.
Okay.
Yep, it has to be an unbroken gotcha. Circle. Chalk is normally the way it's done because it's got the because it's easy to keep a piece of chalk with you.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'm curious if anybody else has figured out what's in the shop, because nobody's dropped it, and I thought it was fairly simple. I thought it'd be easy, but maybe it's just I'm the only one who's read that stuff. So, and I'm sorry, I'm talking about something from chat. Okay, but you can look that by the end of the 2 months you'd be able to do a rudimentary ward on your apartment probably. Protecting tech, it involves having running water around it. You do find this thing where somebody protects a computer by basically having it in a box of plexiglass, double layer plexiglass, and water continually running down the sides of the plexiglass. So basically it's in the middle of a waterfall. So that is one way to do it. That's really not feasible for a cell phone.
Right. You could probably store something like a cell phone in something like that, but you couldn't use it at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Ksir, you are finding that you're fielding a lot of calls from Hugo's shop, where they're asking if he's around or if you know where he is.
To be honest, I ain't seen him in a while.
Scarlet ears perk up. Yeah, where has Hugo been?
And I mean, this is something that, after about the first couple weeks, you get a call. In December, the calls start daily. By the time you hit January, it's like a couple times a day.
I still want. What is the creature in my library? What is the gremlin in my shop?
You're hunting the gremlin. You're actively hunting the gremlin.
Oh yes.
Okay, give me. Man, I'm not.
My shop. I need to know what's going on in it.
Okay, it would be. I think that would fall into survival. If there is I have got to get better.
There is the survive skill.
Yep, and I'm betting you bump that up to a
not notice.
Well, it's also.
I'd really, really, really like notice over survive.
I know you do, but the thing is, Part of it is you're trying to track where it is.
My shop.
Yes. Mm-hmm. No. Beyond that, where it is.
I know my shop.
Your shop is pretty big, so you're trying to track down where it's been and where it is. So it would be mental, and it would be mental and notice.
Yes, notice?
Sorry, mental and survival.
I shouldn't have asked. I should have just gone with it.
Yep. You probably should. Wow. Okay. Well, that's still an 8.
All right. So it being mental means I've got a decent chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Fuck off.
Is that?
Of course, the D12 is a 1.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I was looking at looking at it. It's like, is that 2 ones? I mean, that.
No, the D4 is the 4.
This would be fun.
Okay, so.
Hey, the ones cancel out, right?
You. Honestly, actually, I'm just gonna go that you've been climbing around, trying to find it. You're actually out you actually start walking out on a rafter to look at something, and you think you see something, and then you fall.
Oh God. Please say Scarlett's in the room. Please
yes.
say she's okay.
Yep. You do hear her yell.
It's less of a yell and more of a fuck.
Yes. Well, that's still a yell. That's still a loud exclamation of anger. But yeah, you do see her falling, probably from the 3rd story.
Okay. She'll run over to her to see if she's okay. And I'll start like petting her hair. Are you okay? Gosh, that was a really long fall.
Okay, you're letting her fall?
Oh, didn't she hit the ground?
No, she didn't hit the ground.
I was gonna say, Cassandra will try to catch her. So.
Is she in the process of falling?
Yes, she's in the process.
Oh.
She's in the process of falling.
Well, then I'll run to try and catch her.
Okay, you tapping into.
I'll
vampire.
probably try to do the same thing, but I don't have anything to tap into.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Cassandra's gonna try to do her thing to catch herself.
Okay.
She don't trust nobody.
Yep. So what is Kassir doing to catch herself?
Well, I manipulated the wards that one time to catch that other guy. Why can't I do it again? To catch myself. Let's hope it goes better this time.
Okay.
More controlled this
Yep.
time.
Yep. Okay.
I hate you. What is it? Mental and focus?
Mental focus and your magic.
Oh. My magic or my druid?
You druid.
Okay, good. Because those are 2 very different dice.
Now
I increased focus, not magic.
Yeah, you did get an electrum, which is an auto success.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. We'll see how the dice fall. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm gonna. We'll see. Tonight is not looking great for Cassandra. My dice hate me.
Thank you, Thalamaska. And I know I butchered the
I'm
name.
gonna go ahead. Say who what?
I was thanking someone for following. So you're going to use the auto success?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that auto success here.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll bank it and forget about it.
Okay, Scarlet, go ahead and give me your roll to catch her.
Okay, so that'd be physical, vampire.
Yep. And vampire jumped up to D12, so
Right.
since you tapped into it.
Yeah.
And
Physical, vampire, and move.
Do you want me to try to roll? Too?
Yep, go ahead.
Just physical and move is really all I got. This is gonna be
Actually,
horrible.
this would be considered punching above your weight class.
Okay. All right.
So you're doing something that reasonably you shouldn't be able to do.
That's a very
Okay.
good point. So
Here is Scarlet.
that's a D8. D8. Yep. Okay.
I can't see it.
Okay. Scarlet got 10
All right.
to get into position.
Hey, 12 for Sydney.
Yep. Sydney
Yeah.
got 12.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh, jolt of adrenaline there.
Yep.
I already lost 2 of my charges. I don't need to lose another one.
Wait,
Okay.
2.
Yeah, poor
Hugo
Roger's
and
been
Roger.
gone for a
Yeah.
long
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess Roger was. Yeah.
We got a
Um,
postcard
I'm
from
so
Roger.
bad at finding people, apparently.
Okay, so Scarlet, as you do the jump, Sydney, you're in position to catch her, or pretty close to position to catch her, and then Scarlet does this like jump that like right out of the movies.
Very Matrix.
Yep.
I got to get used to the fact she can do that.
Yep.
It's gonna still take a bit.
And Scarlet, you are able to catch Kazir as she's floating down.
Okay.
Kazir did get control and was able to summon some winds to be able to buffer up. You're not sure how good you were going to land, but then Scarlet
I'd have been fine.
jumps and grabs you, and you end up she's hanging off of a second-story ladder, and she's holding onto you around the waist.
Sydney, can you help me here? Can you
Yeah, I feel
get
like
her?
Sydney moved into position to catch him. Was just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'd really rather you go back to hating me.
Yeah, I'll go up and try to help whatever way I can.
You guys
Just hold on, Kasser. Hold on really tight. We don't want you to hurt anything. Gosh, you're not bumped or anything, right? Is your heart rate up?
Quit acting like my mother.
I'm not acting any different than I always act, as she kind of is patting your head as you're holding on to her.
All right. In all seriousness, Kasser, you're fine, right?
Fine. I'd have been fine.
What were you doing on the rafter?
at
Trying
this
to find the bastard.
at this
Find what
Bastard.
bastard?
at this point, someone walks into the shop.
It's quite the scene.
I look. Is it Hugo?
Well, it depends on whether or not.
It is not Hugo. It is.
Well, do they notice? That's the question.
Yeah, he's kind of looking around, and then he kind of looks up and looks at the three of you while you're in the middle of, handing Kasser down to Sydney, who's standing on a table.
It's better if you don't ask.
No.
Yeah, and he rubs his head like he gets scruffy air, and he seems to be dressed a little bit weirdly. He's wearing big, thick gloves, and he's like, okay. No, I'm gonna ask anyway. Well, what's good? What are you people doing?
There was something wrong with the ceiling. We were just fixing it.
There's a hole or something, like the rain was getting in, and we didn't want the books to get wet.
It seems all good now, though.
Yeah.
And he looks up, and as he looks up, he seems to like lose his balance a little bit, and he puts his hand on like a bookshelf. And just as he touches it, he seems to be like jolted up as if he got a shock, and he goes, I was told you people could help me, but I guess I could come back later.
No, it's fine. Just
I'll set Kasser down.
Scarlet
thank
will
you.
jump down just to
All right.
remind everyone that she can.
Sydney will
What
probably
can I help you with?
get down like a normal person
There's
from the
kind of
table.
And he takes the time
Fixing
to
her hair.
slowly look at each and every one of you, and he's like, I hope I'm at the right spot. I was told you guys know Hugo.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
we do.
Ah, crap.
The one who runs remedies?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen him. I was told I could maybe find him here. Or find people who would...
What's your
Ha-
name?
People around call me Real Pal. Don't
Real Pal.
It's a nickname.
How do you know Hugo?
Yeah, I used to be a steady customer. Bought some remedies from him, but he's been gone for a while, and I'm kind of at loss without him and his produce.
I believe his partner's still running the shop.
I doubt it. I've been fielding calls for their shop. Apparently they're both missing.
The kid, the kid who runs the
That investigator.
yeah, the kid who that Hugo was always complaining about seems to be running the shop now.
There's someone there, but I don't think they don't.
Get calls.
No.
They don't know what Hugo. And he
I
looks
think
at
the
them.
term you're looking for is useless as tits on a boar hog.
That's a colorful
Yeah.
way of putting it.
Or
Yeah,
she
he sell teas and tinctures and chamomile and stuff, but not what Hugo does, and that's what I desperately need right now.
So
Guess Sarah just kind of like looks at Sydney and like,
Yeah.
and he wonders why I make the joke.
Yeah, Sydney probably would have looked back at
Is
Cassandra
Jones in
like,
for a fix?"
Seems a little too familiar.
Scarlet will walk forward and say, "So, I'm a doctor. What is it you're looking for? Maybe we can help, or you can give us some info about Hugo we don't know to help us find him."
As a doctor, no,
We
doctors
know
don't
Some
usually
tricks
do.
ourselves too. If whatever it is, maybe we can figure out
All
a
right,
way to
give
help
me a
them.
moment. I'll do some
Tricks?
research and we'll find a way to track him.
Tricks? You mean like? And he
Like
looks
between
around.
medicine or herbalism or whatever. I'm sure between the three of us we could figure something out.
Or
I mean, I've been self-medicating, but it's a little. It's getting a little bit overwhelming. My condition, that is.
What
So
are
let
you
me-
self-medicating with?
Can we just, for a second, we'll find Hugo. That's what we need to do right now. Here are potion masters like he is. That's what he's after. Our
Fair,
friend
fair.
here. So, so, Sydney, Scarlet, I'm about to do something, but I need your assurances right up front. He ain't gonna tell no one.
I cannot do that.
Yeah. I feel like
sorry.
this is a loaded question
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I feel like any moment we're all going to be bald. So you need to tell us what you're doing.
Save me a
I'm
haircut.
gonna ask Chauncey if he
Oh,
knows a way for us to find Hugo.
Well, this felt, and I hear this
Because
ridiculous
it'll be
idea,
faster than me reading through the books.
but this guy seems like he has an imperative issue while he's right here.
You could say
That's
that.
why we need
but-
Hugo. Because we ain't
Yeah.
potion people. We're more likely to fuck it up.
I mean, maybe I could help. Do you guys have something that used to belong to Hugo? I've had like bottles and stuff, but it's been a while since
something
I've had
used-
them.
Tied to a little bit more than that.
Last time he
Checks
was
her
in my
stuff because,
car,
like,
he left his Tic Tacs. Let me run out and see if they're there,
potion.
and I'll bring them in.
Tic Tacs?
Because I think I
Then
still
try.
have that.
I think I have a business
there
card
starts,
of
like-
his.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's good enough. I mean,
I
I'll
mean,
hand so many of them out.
well, bring and he rubs his face and his eye. Bring what you can think of, and I'll. I hate that. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I think I still have one of those sleep potions. Or the wake ones. I'm not sure. I can't
Oh.
remember which is.
Yeah, that would help. I'll go grab the Tic Tacs real quick.
Yeah, I'll pull out the business card from my wallet, essentially.
Alright, so the two of you can't be telling the peacock that I've been talking to Chauncey, okay?
We didn't
swear
know
with
that
that.
you've been talking to the random scary voice that is in the shop.
The guy just
Because-
runs and look at
And he
each
ain't
of you.
scary.
Anyway, so how
I've also been
can
trying to
you
find
help?
the little gremlin that's been running around me shop because I've only seen him once and he ain't showing himself, and I'm pretty sure that's his hair that's been laying around everywhere, not mine.
You guys seems to have your
I ain't
own.
gonna hurt him. She like leans back and yells up at the ceiling. I ain't gonna hurt him.
The guy's a
Alright.
little bit like scared when she starts screaming. He's like, yeah, oh, okay.
It's okay. It's come in, sit
okay.
down. We'll figure all this out.
Come back to this part of the shop. It's a lot more adult and neutral, not so high and loud. Like,
okay,
It's there.
okay. And he nods and he goes where he's ushered to, like slowly, and like he seems to be very intent on not touching anything around him.
Does he even sit down? Or anything?
Sarah opens her mouth to say
Not
something
yet.
as Scarlet leads him back. And then manages to physically bite her tongue because I came up with a joke that would probably get her beaten again.
Scarlett's gonna ask the guys we're on their way back. It seems like you're looking for more of a magical type of help, or the things we can't see kind of help.
He seems surprised but relieved at the same time. He's like, oh, yeah, something like that. I wasn't sure. I knew I was in the right place to find Hugo, but I wasn't sure you people were, that kind of people.
We are those kind of people.
Does anyone know how to get a hold of that? What was it? Squirrel or something he was talking to one time?
Oh,
Seam thief.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know how to contact a squirrel, so
I don't either.
Something with
Sounds
sunflower
like
seeds.
something Sarah could figure out.
probably. I would hope.
Yeah, sure. Let me go to the park next door. Or something.
That sounds
That actually might
about
work.
as yeah.
Actually, there's not quite. It's not quite a park, but the place across the street from your shop has a big open.
It's like a picnic area.
Yes,
Mhm.
and did it?
And it was I'm pretty sure Seed Thief is a chipmunk, right? not a squirrel.
That sounds right.
Chipmunk.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I had in my
So
notes,
cute.
but
I love
pretty
seed
sure
thief.
Sydney would have gotten it wrong.
I heard Hugo's voice in my head reminding me that it was
Well, I'm pretty sure I heard him yelling about not being a drug dealer.
right. Hey, when you leave the store, Scarlett's gonna say, "Hey, Sydney, you want to help me get some coffees for all of us?"
Sure.
And I'm gonna walk into her little kitchen area and say, "What do you think about this guy?"
I don't know. I don't quite trust him.
Me
I mean,
either.
he
I've got a really
seems like a
weird,
typical drug addict.
right?
Almost.
But like he knows magic stuff. I don't want the other one to just hop in and be all gung ho now that she knows about magic, and then we have to deal with her along with the strange guy that showed up looking for some kind of magical hit.
Yeah. Can magic be addictive?
He showed up looking for Hugo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in my particular situation things can be addictive, but I don't know about that guy's, and he certainly doesn't seem like me. But I guess we'll just watch him.
And on that note, I think we're gonna go to a break because we've already been over an hour. We'll be back in 10 minutes, folks. And thanks for sticking around, folks. I will leave it to the players as they figure out how to help their disembodied voiced friend.
He's got the touch.
Because Sarah's gonna go try and summon Seed Thief.
Okay.
Sydney's gonna try to catch back up with her and the random gloved druggie.
Yeah, and I'm bringing coffee out for her. And Scarlett's gonna insist on calling him Rio.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Does he dance across the sands?
Here's some
Wow.
coffee.
Oh, don't! You're gonna get that song stuck in my head.
Wow. I mean,
Already happened.
somebody earlier today, Danny, I think he was in chat earlier, stuck, putting on the Ritz in my head. That
No. Thanks for that, Tom.
Worst case, I was the one who actually wrote the title that let him make the pun about it.
Oh, nice.
And hang on, I'm setting the
I
difficulty
get
for
Maninator stuck in my head.
Oh, ouch.
So
Good luck.
God.
Ow. That is
2 ones?
2 ones.
Wait, that was 2 rolls. Okay.
You need the second roll. The first one, which was fantastic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
12 and the 7 is still up on my screen.
Okay, yeah.
That's
no.
why I was looking at it going, I beat you.
No, I rolled 2 ones and a 10, so it is 11 that you are going against.
Which means Scarlett can fly now. The two ones. That's what it means.
So if you go ahead and what were you going to use to summon Seed Thief?
Probably my druidy stuff.
Yep.
Just kind of like take a seat in the middle there and just like, oh right, seeds. That's probably a thing with him.
Could always start singing like someone from Disney.
I am not a Disney princess. You don't want to hear me sing. So just mental focus?
Yep, mental focus and your druidry. And it's up to you if you want to use a bump it up to a D12.
No, we'll keep it as is. I thought about bumping it down because she really doesn't quite know how to do this, but I don't.
Ouch.
I'm not hurting for. Hey, 16, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you got a D10 polka die.
Oh, would the polka die have reset as well?
Yes, the polka die would have reset.
And our plot
Okay.
points, right?
Plot points would have reset to 3, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, so yes,
Man, I get so many polka dice and I never get to use them.
you are you got the first polka die of the of this story
Third
arc. Okay. You Yep. The chipmunk appears. Actually, it's not really a question of it appears. It's like this chipmunk on speed just rockets in and just runs all over you. You're sitting there with your arms down and just runs up one arm, down the other, around you a couple times, up your back, then over the front, down your front, and just all over you. Goes around your neck, under your hair, flying it up in the air. And then eventually just, ends up in front of you with that look of, right.
Hand out.
Yeah. Okay, it zips up on your hand. Where's the boss?
I'm not sure. We're trying to find him. I was hoping you might be able to help.
Boss ain't been around for forever.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was an eon ago. When he last summoned me. You don't know where he is?
I don't, but we're looking for him, and... Okay, I'm still new to this stuff. She's kind of, looking around here, how many people am I gonna look crazy to? It's winter, there's probably not many people.
It's the... Nope, but here's the thing, yes, it's early February, so you walked out. The thing is, you are seated in a spot, that's, off the cement paved, but every spot in this particular area was in clear sight of a sidewalk. So, and just guessing, it's somewhere around lunchtime. So yeah, there are people walking by you, kind of giving you strange looks as you're sitting there with what they think is some kind of chipmunk that you're chittering at.
Yeah, so she's gonna look around, notice the people, tuxedo thief in her jacket, and just be like, all right, come along with me. I'd rather not any more people think I'm crazy today. And she's gonna kind of bring him back with her.
Okay.
And hope this doesn't set off whatever creature is in my shop.
Go ahead and
go territorial fights, boys.
Go ahead and give me a social and influence roll. Oh.
Hey, with that roll, I might have a shot at this. Let me check my die.
Man, that moment when you look over and see what you just rolled, and
it's a 2 and a 1. It is still possible for me to roll worse.
Yeah, but
sworn I had something that gives me influence. Oh right, my Child of the Isles gives me influence, but not sure that would that come in? I don't think that would come into play here.
Not really. This is just you trying to, like, you know, give people the stare so they don't look at you too crazily.
I barely got better.
Yeah.
All the ones tonight.
Rolling one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You walk in, and you have a D6 complication of a squirrel on the loose.
That is not my fault.
Actually, the chipmunk on the loose. You walk in, and as you're crossing, you're giving somebody a glare to, you know, to just leave you alone. As you make that step in, all of a sudden, Seed Thief, he's inside your coat, and he manages somehow to do laps around the inside of your coat.
Oh, for fuck.
And that just hits you the right way, and you kind of stumble and fall in. There. And then Seed Thief is gone like a rocket.
Oh, damn it! I suppose it is still a chipmunk.
Was that a chipmunk?
Yes.
Am
Yep.
I seeing things again?
Yeah, it was
Again?
no. It was a chipmunk.
I know,
Calm
I've
down.
never seen that before. I don't know what that is.
What?
I've never seen it.
She
Some of
didn't.
them when we were. Oh, right. Oh, right. You were
I've never. What was I doing?
nothing. I didn't say nothing. We gotta focus on the task at hand, which is finding Hugo. And I was hoping Seed Thief could help. All right. So, Mr. You said
Just call me
Rio
Rio.
Pal.
I guess it
Rio,
is.
yeah.
Rio Pal. Got it. Rio Pal. All right. So, how certain are you of your means of finding Hugo? If I gave
mean,
you like a potion that he made me or something.
that would help. I'm not sure I could pinpoint his. Have you guys ever heard of psychometry?
Maybe when I was
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it means.
with some people.
When you touch object, can you have visions related to said objects?
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's
That's
right.
That's what I can do.
Of course it is.
I don't particularly like it, and that's.
All right. Okay. So
Okay.
It's-
What?
it's fine. You don't have to. Probably. I've got another avenue to pursue.
I mean, I would really, really like to help you find him. I need his help right now. It's getting difficult to control. So.
Does his potion keep that at bay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
That
been
seems to make more sense.
I've been like diluting the ones I had for a while now, and resorted to other means, if you will, to keep the vision at bay so I can function and sleep. But
Yeah.
So we're gonna find Hugo. We'll use your talent as a last resort if my next avenue doesn't pan out.
Wait, what's your next avenue?
I already told you, and you can't be telling Peacock about it, because he doesn't know that I do this.
Because it's scary. What you are considering makes no logical sense for someone who is as smart as you are. Why in the world is this something you're on board for?
Because he ain't done me wrong yet.
Well, that's good
He's
logic.
by
You go
his
right ahead.
word.
You go ahead.
He does what he says he's gonna do. He tells me what he says he's gonna tell me, and what he tells me pans out. Sure,
Okay.
he tries to
You're
do like
talking
the
about
word
the
games.
demon again? This is a demon we're talking about.
Demon? Oh no! I'd rather
Right?
bring me Hugo's stuff, and I'll read
Yeah.
through it all you
Yeah.
want, but I don't want to be around that. No,
Right.
no. And he's starting to slowly back away.
Wait. We won't
Have-
let her.
Have you at least touched the business card or any of the other random stuff of his?
Not yet. You
Alright.
guys talked about it, and you ran out, and now there was a chipmunk and demons, and
The psychometry would be a last resort. It makes him uncomfortable. We won't force him to use it.
yeah, that's kind of a tad less uncomfortable than dealing with whatever
Look,
you're talking about. To be
I'm
honest,
gonna
just
knock you out. I need you
It's
to just
just-
stop talking. We're not talking to the demon.
No.
It's just not happening.
Look. We ain't doing nothing. I'm talking to him.
Let me get you. Here's the mint thing, Rio.
put it on the table. He starts like removing his gloves and takes a deep breath. And okay, let's start at least that. And he's gonna slowly approach his end from the mints and then touch them.
Okay.
The little
So
demon.
and I'm dumping it in the game chat, what you guys see for you, but I've also tossed it into the out for the viewers.
Oh.
Is what you see.
And he's like, his eye kind of flip back in his skull, and you can only see the white, and he's like blinking, and he starts like mumbling, and then he talks a little bit more. Like it's a kind of a group pictures. It's whole sepia, black and white. There's a sign in the middle, something about ales, some sort of group. I'm not exactly. Can't read. G-I-N sub. I'm just trying to read what's written on the thing. Jedi and Soul Play Ales.
Ales, huh?
A brand or store. And he just removes his hand from the.
So like a brewery or something.
Yeah.
Give me, let me put my gloves back on. Bring me like paper and pencil or something. Maybe I can sketch it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, like quickly making a sketch that mostly the shape of the people, how they're sitting, and the square in the middle with the thing. It's as blurry, if not blurrier, than the picture that Tom is showing us. But that's what he comes up with.
Okay.
Do we recognize it?
Well, actually, it.
I specialize in history for knowledge.
Yes, you do
if I know
specialize-
anything about any old ale houses.
Oh wait, yeah, you do
I feel
drink.
like that's something Sarah would know.
Yeah, you do drink beer. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and give me. I mean, everybody can give me a no roll.
Okay. Goodness, I know.
Let me set the difficulty.
Specializations work.
Actually, I gotta set the difficulty for you before I forget to. Considering the. Okay.
Oh wow.
So somebody can buy off a complication if they'd like.
Does anyone have one other than Hugo?
Kassir
I do.
does.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I've got the damn chipmunk running
chipmunk.
loose in my store.
Oh,
Yeah,
You gonna buy that off?
we'll go ahead and buy that one off.
Okay. Okay, you got it.
See, thief!
All right, and
As he knocks something over.
yeah, knock something over and ends up on your shoulder.
You.
So, so go ahead, but that is the difficulty is 17.
How do specializations work?
Specializations shift it up one.
And we're supposed to roll mental, no.
Yeah, mental no, and if you've got a specialization that would cover local history,
Mm-hmm.
it would bump up your no 1 point or 1 rank.
Ugh.
No,
Why all the ones?
I can't even beat you at all.
yeah, here goes nothing for me. I mean.
Hey, look, another one.
Yay!
I'm not alone.
That's what we wanted, right? Right?
Yes.
Ones are
And
good.
here's Scarlet.
Oh, I could have rolled
Oh
my
my
book.
god!
Oh, I should have
Okay.
rolled my bookstore along with mine. I forgot
I
about
think
that.
me and Scarlett have the same dice pool for this.
Yes.
If you want, if your bookstore dud would apply. If you want to
Yeah.
go ahead and just roll that single die now. And, just because, for all I know, it could be a 1.
Well, I kind of wanted to use my trigger. I know where we can find that. I can use a plot point or gain a complication.
Yep, that'd be okay. You can do that.
I know exactly what book we need because well, it's a hobby of mine. I don't know what complication you want to give me though. Or I
will
can just spend
go
one
ahead
with-
and well, this would be actually the complication is overconfidence.
Oh.
So you're sure that this is the only spot you can find that piece of information.
What level of complication is that?
With the one you rolled, it's a D8. But don't worry about that for now. That'll come up in future stuff as you guys are doing more research.
Right. I know just the book.
Yes.
Good. You go and do that. I'm gonna go out for a smoke.
Go ahead and roll your extra die.
Oh my god.
So roll 20 loves us.
Yes. It's because Hugo's not around.
Wait. So he was our good luck charm?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of makes sense.
No. You see what it was is that Roger left, and Roger was the one that rolled all the ones. So now it's got to
That's
spread
true.
them around.
Yes.
It's a new year. I mean, yeah, you guys passed. You went from 2007 to 2008. It all reset. All the ones. You guys are rolling all the year of one. All the ones for the
let's just-
year in one session.
Blow it all in January, February.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're great the rest of the year.
Because this is what
Um,
Scarlet needs at the top of the year, needing to bite someone again.
Yeah. Kassir takes off. You know exactly which book it has to be in. Sorry, folks. I forgot about that. I didn't think I had that. There we go.
Oh, the picture was still up.
Yep, picture was still up, and you couldn't see the rolls. There you go.
Well, we all know that it was very bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
my
it was the
one
one.
extra die was a 1.
Yep, and yeah, so at this point you are at a, That would have bumped it up to a D10 overconfidence. So you do bring down.
What happens if you're taken out of a scene due to overconfidence?
Yep, you do bring down a tomb of early 20th century breweries.
Aha!
And you're positive it's in here. And you start looking through it.
Scarlett's gonna take a picture of the thing he drew and search it on Google.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Is there a computer skill? I can't remember what I used for computers.
Operate, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
operate.
operate.
So mental operate.
Mm-hmm. I believe
Great.
operate's also like mechanical repair and things like that too.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty...
No, there's a... isn't there a repair? I thought there was a... No, there's fix for repairing things.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Operate is like
Operate literally is
building?
using things like computers, gadgets, and devices.
Okay.
right, using them.
Do you have to set it first?
Oh yeah, you're right. For looking on the internet, what did I do? I rolled that. You don't have any. It is back in 2008, and not everything had been brought over yet.
Here's mine. No ones. I didn't beat you, but no one.
Okay. Okay. So, so you don't find anything based on that.
Mm-hmm.
Kassir, you guys looking through the book don't find any local breweries by that name.
Does anybody have a friend that's a beer aficionado where we're at?
I should have suspected it's the Irish one.
I'm new in town. I don't know friends. that do.
I haven't been in a bar in a while, so
I mean, I know the bartender.
that still counts. They tend to know information.
What about
Of course, Kassir knows the bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he might know somebody. Well, no. Out of character, I'm pretty sure it was mentioned that he had recently moved back because of his uncle passing, right? Is that what I remember properly?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so he might not be that familiar with anybody in the area.
No,
at least not
but
that
he
much.
drinks a lot of beer.
I know the bartender.
He drinks and he does have his own brewing equipment.
Maybe that's a good call.
Oh. Right.
So
yeah, we could try. Oh, yeah, okay, I could write him down as a
yes.
resource.
All right.
Finally getting contacts and resources.
You give him a call.
Mike, because we never changed the placeholder name.
Yep. Hey babe, what's up?
So bit of an odd question.
That's
How
not
familiar?
surprising.
Yeah. So how familiar are you with all the old breweries in the area?
I know the current ones, and a lot of them were built on top of old ones. So what are you looking for?
Okay. So I told you about Hugo, right? You know Hugo? Of him?
Yeah. Yeah, nice
Potion
guy.
maker.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's missing.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And right. Oh yeah, no, I did rant to you about all the phone calls I've been getting. So a what would the term be? Psychometer came in looking for Hugo. And did his thing.
Okay.
And we kind of have a blurry, kind of sort of image of something related to where Hugo's at. And it's an old alehouse. And we've got most of a name.
All right, you give him the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really bad about being direct for some reason over the phone. I don't know why.
Jeez. Okay. Oh, that. Yeah, I came across that. I came across that when I. You okay?
Sorry. It's kind of pissing me off because I had this book and I knew it was in here and then I couldn't find it.
Well, what book you got?
Well, it's a. Oh God, what was it again?
Beer houses of the early 20th century.
Yeah.
So. Oh, that's. Yeah, but that. I bet that's a place that used to brew Albany ale. Check for the 19th century.
Albany ale.
Sarah goes, because Sarah just is holding the phone between her shoulder and muttering and
yeah, check the
stupid older.
Yeah, check the 19th century because I think the Albany ale started falling out of favor. I can't. Me and some buddies have been trying to find the ingredients for it, and it's tough because we're not sure just how much of a porter it was. But it's got a lot of hoppy into it, and he just starts going into the minuata of beer brewing.
Yep, because Sarah's is holding the phone between her ear as she's searching for the right book, the right century. Just kind of
Oh, it's easy to find. You were just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, she's pulling the book down, flipping through it, as she's listening to him, half listening to him go on, because every good girlfriend does. Making all the appropriate noises.
And
I need to think my words twice through.
So in this book, you are able to find the name of a brewery that is close to that.
Ha! I got it!
Great. Where is it?
Scarlett, go ahead and give me another operator roll.
Gosh darn it, that I'm not. That is not where her skills lie.
Hang on.
Oh, that's feasible. Okay.
What are you trying to operate?
Okay.
Her doctor skills aren't
The
really
internet.
You got the address.
Do I see her having computer troubles?
No. Oh, she pulled it up. She typed it in. She's got the address.
Okay. All right.
I'm concerned. That
Well,
the
I know where it is
vampire
from
has
my
two
research.
complications coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She knows she has got a D6. I know where it is complication.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I mean you told her the old street names. She dropped it into Google Maps. Has an address now for you.
We should head out there. Let me see if Rio wants to come.
He's outside in front of the shop smoking, so yeah, we can go on.
So I'll come out. I'm like, hey, Rio.
Yeah,
I think
just throw what he's smoking in the ground, steps on it.
we found where we think Hugo is. what do you think about coming with us? Because then, he could make your potion quicker than us trying to get him home, make sure he's okay and alive, so he can make that for you.
Yeah, I'd be willing to help. I'm not sure how much I could be of use, but you want me to follow, I don't mind.
Okay. I also, in my doctor's bag, carry a lot of anti-anxiety medication. So I thought maybe I could give you this to just kind of take you off the edge a little, so Kasser doesn't cause you any stress.
Yeah.
It's his powers that cause him stress, not me.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't think it would affect with the other. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go in and say, look, he's gonna come with us. Are we taking 2 cars or 1?
We could probably all fit in one. I mean,
Guess Sarah just kind of looks at Scarlet and says, 2.
Perfect.
fair.
Hey, they agreed on something.
Yeah.
In that they don't want to be in the same vehicle.
Well, I'll invite Rio to ride with me so I can find out more about him when we're driving, and I'll let Sydney decide where he wants to go.
Yeah, I'll get in my car, and I mean, we're all going to the same place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just follow Scarlet since she seems to know what is going on now.
Yep. Okay.
I guess we're taking Sydney's car, not mine.
Yep.
Are you good with that?
Yeah,
His says,
you're probably parked behind me anyway.
yeah, his heater fan doesn't require you to kick it a couple times to get it spinning.
Hey, she's got character. Don't be making fun of her.
Yeah.
I try to do regular maintenance on my vehicle. I'm throwing that one out there.
With all your strong investigating skills.
Right.
Okay, so you guys drive out there. This doesn't look quite right, Scarlet.
Do I feel like a third eye type of feeling?
No, it doesn't look quite right in terms of you're in a. You expected to, because you looked at it through Google, the Google satellite view,
Mm-hmm.
and you expected to see, this, old industrial building, or old brick long building. And and instead you're in a place with townhouses.
I'll pull up and get out of my car and be like, look, guys, this doesn't look like the picture at all. Rio, if we give you another item of Hugo's, now that you're a bit closer, would that help to see if maybe we're not seeing it well?
I mean,
Can you just that? I'm not even sure we're closer. Give me 2 seconds, and Kasser's gonna whip out her phone and Google the goddamn place.
Okay.
Because she actually has a decent idea of how to work a phone and the internet.
Give me a mental and operator.
Scarlet
Yes.
now carries a flask of scotch in her purse.
Yep.
So she just
That's
pulls it out
probably a good
and
idea.
takes a drink.
You
I
only
was
just
just
now
gonna-
started doing that. Oh, we're not in my car. Damn it, I don't have my stash.
Your stash?
Stash?
Yeah, the bottle of whiskey. It's not really a stash.
Yeah.
It's more of a,
I mean,
stash.
if you want something to drink,
one
I
of my
have
stash.
water.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't need water.
I'd offer you my Glenord, which came from me.
Go ahead and give me a mental and operator roll.
Nice.
God. There we go.
You got
I was gonna say, if I get 2 1s on this roll, I'm gonna rage quit.
Yes.
You got a D6 polka die. You're over 1 block.
Ooh.
You're over 1 block
All right.
from where you should be.
Yeah, no, just go up here, take a left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hugo.
Yes.
You
Poor
spent
Hugo.
Well, after a month, you kind of get the feeling that this stuff is it's some kind of mixture of organic material, and there is a little bit of a magic charge to it, but it's not really what but it's not like you can turn it into a pure magic potion.
Something I've ever heard of that can do pure magic potions.
Right, that's the other part. This sounds ridiculous. You've never heard anybody talking about a pure magic a potion of just, pure magic power. So what do you, when you basically discover this is impossible, what do you do?
All right, so a couple things I was curious about with this has been sitting here.
Yep.
All that. Hang on a second. I'm moving my notes down so I have them in a spot that I can read them easily. As I'm testing it, like things like how long does it last if I just leave it in like a dish before it expires? I mean, I'm trying to test this to figure out what I'm working with here.
Yeah, it kind of gets rancid pretty quickly.
So, like, within 24 hours?
No, a couple days.
We'll say 72.
Yeah, 72. But it's kind of like food going bad.
Because he says this is draining subjects, does this just feel bad? Like, I want to say dark magic, but I don't know if Hugo would experience that. Like, something that just doesn't feel natural for the magic that Hugo is used to working with.
Not really. The magic level is so low. It's ambient. Now, I mean, during this, like I said, you've been doing this for a month.
Yeah.
When you really get to this point where you just, no, I've eliminated everything. And the hunchback, guy, he'll bring in, his the food every day, which is almost comical watching him because he's kind of got it in a sack tied around his neck, and as he, drags his right foot, and uses his left arm to brace him as he goes down the stairs. Thump, 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 thump.
Separate one?
What?
You had him weak on the left side previously.
Do you challenge him on that?
Yes, I am going to challenge him on that.
That was very astute, Hugo.
It's the hump. It moves.
What?
checking something here really, really quick.
That's gross.
That doesn't sound right to Hugo.
No body shaming.
It's not a question of body shaming. Hugo let it slide for now, but it doesn't sound right. And in the whole month, the only person I have contact with is this person, is this Roger.
Yes.
And his moving hump.
And apparently alternating when his sides are weak.
Doesn't necessarily alternate. This is just something that popped up. I was wondering, but it did happen one time.
Okay, so back to the purple stuff. Is it something I could distill? Like, there's limited amount of magic. I still can't make pure magic, but I still feel like there's impurities and such in here.
Yeah, in theory, you could make a potion with magic power in it, but you'd be infusing your magic into it. Infusing the magic from this goop when the goop doesn't actually have magic in it. It doesn't really have, almost beyond, it almost is just at ambient levels of magic.
By the way, and also every day that he's there, he is trying to break out. Like, he's either trying to find a way to break the chain to get out, or he's trying to contact Seed Thief every single day. I am not just doing the work. I am actively trying to find a way out.
Yes. Yep. No, I kind of factored that into it. That's the reason it took you a month, because, you're fed okay, so you're still healthy. You're kind of sick of the bucket, but
he's getting increasingly more pissed.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
But
like, I'll tell this Roger. It's like, there ain't no way I can make what you're asking with this. I can make a potion that's got magic in it, but it's something I'd make for myself because it's my own magic being stored for later.
You can't
I can infuse a potion with magic to, do an effect, but it's only going to last for a certain amount of time. What you are providing here, it would be like trying to fill a 1-gallon container at a half a drop a day, and praying it doesn't evaporate in between.
So you're saying you're not skilled enough to do this?
I'm skilled. I'm saying your source isn't enough. And I'm not asking you to find a stronger one because I don't know where the hell you're getting it from. And I'm not exactly comfortable with that.
The master's process is flawless. It must work. It does work. You are trying to trick us.
Sure, believe that if you think, but until I actually have a chance to talk to your master to understand this process, what you are giving me ain't gonna work. There's not enough juice.